Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are but moments away from commencing today's ceremony, so if I could have everyone seated. Before our bride arrives, just a few house rules. Please refrain from using your mobile phones or cameras during the ceremony. Philip and Chloe have engaged a wonderful team of local photographers and videographers who will capture every ounce of today. We will also have a pedal toss at the end of our ceremony. How fitting that we are in these magnificent gardens today. So please do make sure that when Philip and Chloe pass you by at the end of the ceremony, we throw our pedals upwards so they can rain lightly down over Philip and Chloe, and don't throw directly at them. Thank you very much. And on that note, please be upstanding for our bride. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to begin today by acknowledging the Cadigal, Dhurawal and Dhurog people, traditional custodians of the land on which we meet today, and pay my respects to their elders, past and present. I extend that respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples here today. As we join this afternoon in a beautiful celebration of marriage, may we honour those who are here before us. Welcome to the Royal Botanic Gardens. My name is Jess Farchione and I am honoured to be your celebrant today to celebrate a very special love. The love between our dear friends Philip Go-Ing and Chloe Rose Hendricks. They have chosen to share the next chapter of their love story with us here today, and they are exceptionally grateful to those who have travelled so far to be here. In particular, those who have journeyed from Singapore. Sadly, Philip's father Edward was too ill to travel, but we know he is here with us in joyful spirit. I would also like to make special mention of the youngest member of our party, someone who did a marvellous job accompanying our maid of honour down the aisle. Can we have a round of applause for Chloe's 3-year-old daughter and our flower girl, Rose? Well done, Rose. I'd also like to take a moment to introduce everyone to our beautiful bridal party. The people that Philip and Chloe have chosen to stand by their side on the biggest day of their lives. For Chloe, there was no question who would stand by her side. Her cousin, but really more like a sister, we welcome you, Lena. The 10-year age gap means nothing when all Chloe has ever known is a world with Lena watching out for her, having her back, and being there when things got tough. Chloe shared that it was Lena who picked her back up when everything seemed to go dark. When Chloe was set to face the world as a single mother with a newborn baby, it was Lena who she leant on for support and for comfort. Lena, Chloe hopes you know how much she loves you and how much it means to have you by her side today. Our best man is Philip's best friend, Kim. In Philip's words, if you could conjure up the ideal best mate, Kim is literally it. Living in different countries means nothing when you share the same sense of humour, the same passion for adventure, and place the same amount of importance on maintaining that valued friendship over 30 years. Always have they been there for one another. So how perfect and grateful we are that Kim has made the journey today from Singapore to stand as best man for his best mate. Their love story is a tale as old as time, or as old as overseas working conferences are. An opportunity for personal and professional development presents itself to Chloe. A teaching conference that'll look fantastic on the resume. It's just a bonus that it happens to be overseas in a country she has always wanted to visit, Singapore. The same incredible opportunity presents itself to Philip. But who cares about the personal or professional development, thinks Philip. A trip back home to catch up with family and friends? Jackpot. There are over 300,000 teachers currently registered with the Department of Education in Australia. There are over 55,000 teachers in New South Wales alone. There were 10,000 teachers invited to participate in this conference being held in Singapore over that week in 2021. And yet, somehow in amongst the lanyards and the seminars, the morning teas and the networking drinks, Chloe and Philip find themselves sitting next to one another in an understanding teenagers seminar on the very first day, very first session of the conference. A friendly glance from Philip as Chloe took her seat, a borrowed pen, a whispered joke. And that, my friends, was the start of something beautiful. Chloe, Philip told me something. He says he has never shared with you. You have often wondered how you kept bumping into one another throughout the conference and asked, is this fate? Is it destiny? I'm here to tell you it was all Philip. When you went to the bathroom during the first seminar, he stole a glance at the schedule that you had left out and rearranged his entire week to match yours. That is why you kept bumping into him. It didn't take long for our couple to get on the same page. Chloe says it was a display of Philip's commitment to not just her, but to her daughter Rose that had her head over heels. Initially and understandably hesitant to introduce a partner to her young daughter, all fear went out the window as Philip arrived at their family home after a few weeks of dating, arms overloaded with presents. Chloe says she had only mentioned once that Rose was showing an interest in the garden. And Philip arrived in head-to-toe gardening gear, complete with bee bonnet and every seedling under the sun. So he and Rose could spend some time digging, getting dirty, and turning a corner of the backyard into Rose's corner. When she heard Rose giggling at something Philip had done and looked out to see Philip with a pot of soil on his head, she knew this man was a keeper. For Philip, he tells me that he wasn't sure at first if Chloe was falling as hard for him as he certainly was for her. There had been some worry that their backgrounds and their cultures were just too different. Did they have that much in common besides a shared career path and a love of satay chicken? But after a long day filled with innocent fun and childlike glee, a day out at Taronga Zoo, Chloe fell asleep on Philip's shoulder. Chloe was telling him, I feel safe with you. I feel protected and I feel at peace. And Philip thought, all I want to be is this woman's shoulder to lean on for the rest of my days. A true partnership and a storybook romance. After 2 years of dating, 2 years of adventures, romance, healthy competition, unbreakable trust, and unshakable resilience in the face of personal challenges, zero doubt remained in either of their minds that they had found their person. And so, right in this very spot, on Valentine's Day 1 year ago here at the Botanic Gardens, as they brought little Rose out for a day at her favourite place, Philip got down on one knee and asked Chloe and Rose to be his family forever. I'd like to invite now a close friend of Philip and Chloe's and fellow teacher James Smith to come up for our first reading today. How Do I Love Thee by Elizabeth Barrett Browning. A special sonnet chosen by our couple about deep, passionate love that defies all odds.
How do I love thee? Let me count the ways. I love thee to the depth and breadth and height my soul can reach, when feeling out of sight for the ends of being and ideal grace. I love thee to the level of every day's most quiet need by sunlight and candle. I love thee freely as man strives for right. I love thee purely as they turn from praise. I love with a passion put to use in my old griefs and my childhood's faith. I love thee with a love I seem to lose with my lost saints. I love thee with the breath, smiles, tears of all my life. And if God choose, I shall but love thee better after death.
Thank you, James. Philip and Chloe told me that those gathered here today are the most important people in their lives, and all they wanted for their wedding day was to share in their own version of Wonderland with those dearest to them. I am sure I speak on behalf of everyone present that we are honoured to be here to witness these best friends promise to respect, protect, and support one another equally in marriage. In good times, in hard times, they commit today to stand shoulder to shoulder, side by side, accepting all that the other has been, all that they are, and all that they will become. Before we get to Philip and Chloe's vows, I would love if everyone present would also make some vows. The response we need is we will. Family and friends, will you support with love the marriage of your dear friends Philip and Chloe?
We will.
Will you always support Philip and Chloe, always lend a shoulder in times of need, impart your wisdom, and share love and guidance through every season of their life together?
We will.
In meeting with Philip and Chloe leading up to this big day, one thing was very clear, that the love and support of their families is an incredibly important part of their lives. Philip's parents, Jane and Edward, taught him what a good partnership looks like. They instilled in their son the lesson to always be present for your partner, encouraging and supporting, not just in celebrating the good times, but especially when the going gets tough. When speaking with Philip, he used the word loyalty several times, which tells me that trust and dependability is of the utmost importance. I know that he saw that modelled in his parents' relationship, and he has now found that person for himself in Chloe. For Chloe, her parents George and Elizabeth taught her that marriage is about having a common goal and being a team. That whilst fear can sometimes hold us back, we must not let it. That I love you cannot simply be summed up in words, but that we must love through our actions every day. It is because of the steadfast and solid love of her parents that she comes today with an open heart and a clear vision of what she too wants for marriage with Philip. On behalf of Philip and Chloe and everyone here today, we thank you, Jane, Edward, George and Elizabeth. My name is Jess Farchione, and I am duly authorised by law to solemnise marriages according to law. Before you are joined in marriage in my presence and in the presence of these witnesses, I am to remind you of the solemn and binding nature of the relationship into which you are now about to enter. Marriage, according to law in Australia, is the union of two people to the exclusion of all others, voluntarily entered into for life. We have already heard that Chloe fell in love with Philip upon seeing his commitment and connection with her young daughter Rose. Before he makes his vows to Chloe, Philip would like Rose to know he has a vow for her too.
Rosie, from the moment I met your mother, I knew she was very special. And from the moment I met you, you were the same sort of special. I might not always be there to catch you when you fall, but I promise to always be there to lift you back up. You can always count on me, Rosie, because I will never leave you or your mum. You will live permanently in my heart from today until forever.
Thank you so much, Philip. Philip, please take Chloe's hand. Philip, do you take Chloe to be your wife and commit to keep your promises and stick to your word? Do you promise to continue acknowledging your similarities and your differences, encouraging each other to be the best possible versions of yourselves?
I do.
Chloe, do you take Philip to be your husband and commit to the life you are building together? Do you promise to continue to push Philip to be the best version of himself, to encourage, commiserate, and celebrate as a team forever and always?
I do.
Whilst they chose to get married here in Australia, it was of great importance to Chloe that Philip's Singaporean culture was honoured today. Philip's mother Jane has bestowed upon Chloe the beautiful jewellery she is wearing today as part of the Singaporean custom Si Dian Jin. As the Chinese character Jin resembles the sloping rooftops of the houses in the Chao San region. This ritual symbolises the groom's promise to always shelter and provide for the bride and her family. Of the 4 pieces that Chloe needs today, there is one missing. So I ask Philip's mother Jane to come up now and present us with those final pieces, a gold ring intended for Chloe's finger. Philip, please repeat after me. I call upon the persons
I call upon the persons
here present to witness
here present to witness
that I, Philip Go-Ing,
that I, Philip Go-Ing,
take you, Chloe Rose Hendricks,
take you, Chloe Rose Hendricks,
to be my lawful wedded wife.
to be my lawful wedded wife. Chloe, you are everything I ever dreamed of in a partner. I didn't know what love was until I met you. I'd seen it in fairy tales and in the stories of my childhood, but I didn't think that sort of sweeping off your feet love existed in the real world. And then you came along, my beautiful flame. I promise to continue to be the partner you deserve, even when you finish your corrections faster than me and rub it in that you were done for another semester and eat all the chocolate we were saving to celebrate. You and Rose deserve the world, and I promise to spend the rest of my days trying to give it to you both. I love you.
Chloe, please repeat after me. I call upon the persons
I call upon the persons
here present to witness
here present to witness
that I, Chloe Rose Hendricks,
that I, Chloe Rose Hendricks,
take you, Philip Go-Ing,
take you, Philip Go-Ing,
to be my lawful wedded husband.
to be my lawful wedded husband. My darling Philip, from the moment you met Rose, you treated her as your own, and even though it sometimes seems that she loves you more than me now, it is a testament to the man that you are. The provider, the caregiver, the most kind-hearted, soulful man I have ever known. My whole family has never felt safer or more protected than in your presence. Thank you for showing me what true love is. Thank you for always being in my corner and on my team. I promise to always be in your corner and on your team too. And to stop rubbing it in that I can get my corrections done faster than you. Your corrections are now my corrections, and I look forward to always sharing the load and being there for one another forever and ever. I love you.
Philip, please place the ring on Chloe's finger. With this ring to become one, may you place it on her finger with love and devotion, care and commitment. It is a pledge to uphold the vows you have made here today, and as you step forward onto this new path you share, you commit to a bright and shining future. Chloe, please place the ring on Philip's finger. With this ring to become one, may you place it on Philip's finger with love and faithfulness, a symbol of your unbreakable bond. It is a pledge to uphold the vows you have made here today, and as you step forward onto this new path you share, you commit to a bright and shining future. Chloe's father, George, has written a special blessing for our couple that I am honoured to share with you now. as we gather in the gardens that I know hold such a special place for both of you. May this mark the first day of a strong and faithful union. May you complement one another always and be blessed with prosperity, health, and riches on all levels. May you live in perfect harmony, true to your personal values and joint promises. The gardens represent growth and renewal, and may your love always be in a state of growth and perpetual renewal. Philip, Chloe, today you take your place alongside one another as husband and wife. May your days be long and may they be seasoned with love, understanding, laughter, and adventure. When your path becomes difficult, you promise to stand by and uplift one another. We have heard you promise to share your lives equally in marriage, and it is not your standing here which makes your marriage real, but through the honesty and sincerity of what you have said before your family and friends. May you retain the strength you need to keep the promises you have made and always remember the love. That leaves just one thing to do, ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasure to pronounce you husband and wife. You may now kiss the bride. Ladies and gentlemen, there are just a few formalities to sign before we conclude today's ceremony. Please do enjoy the music and we will be back with you in just one moment. Philip and Chloe, if you'd like to join me. Perfect. Just a copy, and the all-important certificate of marriage. If you'd like to go in this space, just here. That's wonderful. Just a few more signatures. Kim, if you'd like to join me, just by your best mate's side. There's the pen for you. Just under signature of witness, that's absolutely perfect. And we have the marriage register copy, same box again. And then we have the all-important marriage certificate, so just under Philip's signature there, where it says witness. Wonderful, if you'd like to go back to the aisle. Lena, if you'd join us, thank you. So Lena, we have you just in this box. Marriage register copy, just there. Perfect. And finally, the certificate of marriage just under Chloe's signature there. Thank you. If you'd like to join Kim, I'll be one moment. Nearly there, guys. Just sign this myself. And of course, the marriage certificate. Now, Philip, I'll give that one to you to hang on to. Pop these away. If you'd like to join me back over. Thank you for your patience, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations to Philip and Chloe. It was my great pleasure to present to you your official marriage certificate. Can we have a round of applause for the newlyweds?
Good song.
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes today's ceremony. The photographers have asked me to inform you that before heading off to the pre-dinner drinks that are taking place just in front of the garden house there, they would love to get a group photo here in this most special place for Philip and Chloe. So if you can please give them your full attention, I'll actually hand the microphone over to Kayla now. She can arrange you. Philip and Chloe will be back shortly so you can pass on your congratulations. Please do enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you very much for having me. And once again, congratulations to Philip and Chloe.